Bonjour,
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Thank you for talking to me today.
You're very welcome.
What would you like to share? I see something on the screen.
Voki.com. And of course, you can pay for it if you want to. I don't though, and we have so many language rotations that it would never be worthwhile for students, paying for an account or anything. So I get them to do the free activity. So you can just go straight to Voki.com if you're a student. Okay. Log me in and log me out.
And so you use this for your juniors?
I do, yeah. Mostly year 7. At the end of year 7, we might do bits and pieces as we go through our 10-week rotation.
Yeah.
But mainly I use it as a little bit of an assessment
Voki characters like me make learning.
at the end of a year 7 block. And they can just come along and push create. And it just takes them to that, and they don't have to create an account or log in or anything. But they are limited with which characters they can choose.
Yeah, because there are paid and unpaid.
Yeah, and so these ones, the really cool looking ones, are premium characters, and you can tell what's what because if they just push save, oh look, that one will work. So if they push save down the bottom from the beginning, and it says please choose an audio, then usually that's okay, and they'll be able to save it. If they can't, they just have to go through them until they find one which does this. So I'm going to use him, and then I might put a hat of a different nature on him. And they like to do this. Okay, he's only got that one. He might have glasses. They are more limited when they don't use the premium
But at
features.
the same time, that's quite good because it slows, gives them more time to do.
Yeah, like you could do a monster.
Because the star is.
Yeah, the trick here is just to get them proficient enough to just play around with them until they find a non-premium character.
Yeah.
And then they can play around with them. So I'm going to choose him.
Yeah.
And then if you can do various things to him. What do we do? We can change. Let's change the background. I'm going to change the background. So maybe here. Yep. And they love doing that. But they are limited, so it's quite good because they don't spend for hours on it. Yeah, and they can focus a bit more on the language. So then they come here, and I often get them to write it on a Google Doc first so that they can get the accents in the right place and play around with it a little bit more first. And then they can just drop it in to Voki. Then they can pick what language their Voki speaks.
Salut,
French.
je m'appelle Jacques. Ça va? Moi, ça va bien. Comment t'appelles-tu? Moi, j'ai 11 ans. Mon anniversaire, c'est le 18 juin. Mon frère a 14 ans. Son anniversaire, c'est le 1er décembre. J'adore la gymnastique et le foot, c'est intéressant mais je déteste la danse, c'est nul. Mon frère a un chat noir et blanc. J'adore les chats. Au revoir.
And they love it because they are using the French that they've experienced over the 10 weeks. They've had some creativity involved in it. They don't really feel like they're in an assessment. And they don't actually have to speak it in that first bit of French where they're feeling timid and a bit hesitant to do that in front of 31 other girls. And we have 4 native speakers in one class. And so it just allows them a platform to play around with the French without...
And with the technology as well, which is still new for a lot of these kids.
That's right. And I have, as I explained, I also have 2 select mutes in my class. This makes them feel completely included in the classroom activity and draws absolutely no attention to the fact that they are unable to speak. Yeah. And it gets me, and I'm able to see what language they're actually using.
Yes.
And then they get to listen to how it should sound as well.
Also, if you think about it, it's a reading, writing and listening activity, and the speaking just isn't coming from them.
That's right.
And so from a saving point of view, because it's been... So
you can just go save, and you can put your character name. Let's call him Jacques. Okay. And
No
you
thanks,
can,
you
yeah,
can-
no
yeah.
thanks, you continue
Get
as
a
a
link
guest.
or
See,
something?
the students normally do this.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think you get a
they
link.
do. And yes, you can create a link and email
So
it
the last
to
time I
me.
used it, I remember thinking because what I remember is that everyone posted their link and then we displayed it on the projector.
So I get it to email it to me. So they email. Let's pretend it's Jacinta. And he's sending it to me. Yep. And then that's it. And then voici mon Voki. And then send it. And I will then get it.
Beautiful.
And so I have a copy of it. And sometimes we just share them amongst the group and the class, and I come around and look at them, and they love showing others what they've created. And
Because they've invested time and interest into it.
and by the time you get around 6 girls on a table, they've actually got a pretty good handle on the language
And
as
know
well.
what they're expecting to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.